Welcome back to Crypto Atlas. We have more whale alerts and more crypto news, so let's go ahead and move straight into it. First up, we have $300 million worth of USDC that was transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. That was within the last 24 hours. And then we also have $217 million of USDC, again to an unknown wallet. We'll follow that up with $407 million worth, again $407 million worth of USDC, and then $300 million worth of USDC, $126 million worth of USDT from an unknown wallet over to Bitfinex. Then we move on to about $150 million worth of USDT that was transferred from Aave to HTX, $150 million worth of USDT from HTX to an unknown wallet. We have $126 million worth of USDT that was transferred from Bitfinex to an unknown wallet. $600 million, 600 million TRX, which is about $191 million, that was transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. So now we're starting to see some activity popping up for TRX. We really have not been seeing that lately. This is highly unusual, and this is a lot of money in TRX. So then we follow that up. We have $223 million worth of TRX from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. And then look at this, just within the last few minutes, $109 million worth of USDC transferred from an unknown wallet over to Coinbase. Now moving on to the news. Ripple moved 9,499,995 XRP, which is about $12.6 million on chain. Quiet transfers like this don't happen without purpose. Watch the flows. Guys, having Ripple moving around XRP could mean new business opportunities, could be potentially things with exchanges. So yeah, we definitely want to keep an eye on this. And then Ash Crypto, he says, get ready for a crazy move in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin closes March in the red, this will be the 6th consecutive red monthly close. This has only happened once in Bitcoin's history in the year 2018. But the crazy part is that the last time this happened, Bitcoin pumped 317% from $3,349 to $13,970 in the next 5 months. Do you think history will repeat? Well, history may not repeat, but it does rhyme. So personally, I think that every month that you close out in the red, you're increasing the chances of it moving into green. So how big that gain will be, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the world is in a very unstable place right now, and we'll have to see how that progresses as well. So up next, Brad Garlinghouse says Ripple is on track to have a record-breaking quarter, saying the company has been on a tear. And look at this. A supposed Trump insider, they got fully liquidated. They had a 100% win rate, $140 million made in 1 month, $200 million long on the entire market, gone in one trade. The market doesn't care who you know, it doesn't care about your insider tips. Karma has no political affiliation. So, yeah, that's a lot of money to be gone. Justin, reports suggest XRP may become integral to U.S. mortgages, a $12 trillion opportunity if realized. This is some big news. The Clarity Act is done. Loomis just confirmed it. Text dropping next week. DeFi protected. Stablecoin yield unlocked. Institutional barriers gone. One bill, every problem solved. Years of regulatory uncertainty ended next week. The text drops next week. Garlinghouse said 90% by end of April. Loomis says strongest protections ever. Trillions waiting behind it. The countdown is no longer months. It's days. And when you think about it, this lining up with what we we're just talking about, a monthly candle closure for Bitcoin, having some good news causing a bit of a rally, it would make sense. Now, up next, XRP Ledger hits 120 transactions per second in unusual block creation surge. XRP Ledger is processing blocks of 600 to 700 transactions each, sustaining over 120 TPS or transactions per second, while fee levels remain stable and the network shows zero congestion. The spike is driven primarily by DEX activity, mostly offer cancellations, with some new offer creations, suggesting traders are actively repositioning on the native DEX in real time. XRPL validator Vet called it a valuable stress test. This will compound during bull markets. We have time to optimize even more. Despite the throughput surge, XRP's price hasn't reacted yet. On-chain activity is running hot. The market hasn't caught up. And in other news, the Fed will inject $14.7 billion into the economy next week. SBI Japan is now expanding with RLUSD distribution, XRP-backed bonds, and deeper XRPL integration across Asia. And breaking, Ripple's Joel Katz revealed Coinbase demanded millions to list XRP. So going back into 2023, Ripple CTO Joel Katz described what really happened behind the scenes with Coinbase XRP listing. Coinbase Exchange refused to list XRP even though it was obviously in their business interests because they allegedly asked Ripple for millions of dollars to list and Ripple refused. They asked Ripple for millions of dollars to list, and we refused. Then eventually Ripple worked something out, and once XRP got listed, it immediately became 20% of all the exchange's revenue. Coinbase allegedly knew XRP would be a massive business win and still kept it behind the wall until Ripple paid. This tells you everything about Coinbase playing fair and thinking about crypto community. That coming from a post by Diana. And Ripple's ID just in, Ripple's National Trust Bank quest could be closer amid April 2026 OCC digital asset shakeup looms. And also just in, a $9 trillion healthcare industry ready to be unlocked on the XRP ledger as labs across multiple countries now leverage DNA protocol with live transactions on the XRPL testnet. XRP ETF is the only major crypto ETF posting weekly inflows, while Bitcoin negative $296 million, Ethereum negative $206 million, and Solana negative $4 million all bleed. Whereas with XRP ETFs, you're looking at a positive $2.66 million inflows. Smart money is rotating. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is very, very low. It's at 9. It literally dropped to single digits here. Extreme fear. And just taking a look at the price of XRP, it is down a little bit on the day. It did have a close of green yesterday, but before that we had 4 red candles dropping below the key Fibonacci retracement zone. Essentially, people are looking to see if this has bottomed out. We are sitting right around a range that was comparable back on March 8th, as well as right around February 24th. So if this ends up dropping even lower, you might want to keep an eye out at about $1.27. We had a flash drop that took place back on February 28th. And then before that was this really crazy instance back on February 6th. That went all the way down to $1.12. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know how you feel about everything. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. I am on Blue Sky, almost to 50 followers here at Crypto Atlas. If you'd like to drop me a follow, or if you would like to show extra support, you can find me on Patreon at Crypto Atlas. And I'm also, you can become a YouTube member. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.